In today's video, we're going to look at the overall market once again and provide an update and discuss what to expect so that y'all can get ready. We're also going to look at some of the stocks that are reporting earnings in the morning. Y'all, let's dive right into the charts right off the bat. We got the SPY over here, and the SPY had a big push in after hours. First, it had the bearish chop. It was more like a chop. We're going to look at the Nasdaq because the Nasdaq was what I was highlighting in the past 2 days, actually, the previous two videos. So it failed to drop to 17.4 on, I believe this is Tuesday. And then it really dropped to 17.4. It got even a little bit below that. And then after that, there was a lot of buyers getting into the markets. And then NVIDIA had earnings. And they crushed earnings. And everything spiked. I knew anything could happen with NVIDIA. I didn't think it was actually going to beat. I was actually expecting either an IV crush or a bearish move down because the stock is so high, right? The stock looks like this. So as of right now, it's a little bit tricky as to how long the stock is going to chop sideways before making a decision. Yes, it jumped through earnings, but I'm not too sure that we're going to push all the way up to like 800. I'm not too sure about that. There is a gap to fill right here. Right there, and that I expect that one to get taken care of in the morning. Maybe like a quick little drop in the first 5 to 10 minutes to take care of it. And then after that, we really have to see what the market provides intraday in order to determine how the candle is gonna end up being, whether it's gonna be like a full bar like this, just a big bar like that, or whether it's going to be another doji that looks like this, just like another small candle. We'll have to see. We have to see. So be really patient with NVIDIA. And yeah, I'm not really sure exactly like how high or how low we're going to go. I don't know. So we're going to look at the SPY. And with the SPY, another reason why I'm not so sure where we're gonna go is because there's a line of resistance right at the top. We're gonna zoom in into the 1 hour right here. All right, there is resistance right at 5,047. So the highest that I think that it's gonna get tomorrow, if it even gets there, is that level right here. And then we will see how it behaves. If it has like a massive rejection off of that level, then we might try to make another attempt to downward during the next 2 days. All right, but as of right now, that's what I'm seeing. Just that little bit of, just that little margin right here to the top before we experience turbulence in the SPY. All right, now some stocks to look at for tomorrow. The first one is mRNA. And mRNA it has earnings in the morning, and it's been beaten down for quite some time now, for quite some days. Again, I don't know exactly what's going to happen through earnings. All in anything through earnings is 150% gambling. But if you're going to do it, manage your position size, manage your risk, and only trade with money that you wouldn't be affected by if you lose. So that's pretty much what I say about earnings. Right, with this one, it has a gap at the bottom that bothers me a little bit. That's making me lean bearish on the stock. All right, I don't know if it's gonna get filled tomorrow, but I wouldn't be surprised if it does. If we see a massive drop overnight where it opens at 80, expect the gap to get filled. That's a 5-point move, which means that a lot of the calls, if it's only a $5 drop or a $7 drop, I would say, from 87 to 80, those calls are going to get annihilated and they're going to get really cheap. So when that happens, that's when you want to look for an intraday opportunity for a potential trade to the long side. But it really all depends on how it opens. I don't see too many gaps at the top. The only gap that I see, this one already got taken care of by this big candle right here. We're gonna zoom out a little bit more. Yeah, I don't really see any other gaps at the top to get taken care of. It's just that one that's bothersome. And there's also another one right below it at 71 bucks too. So just keep that in mind. Volatility is going to kick into the stock because of earnings. All right, now the next one that we're going to look at, that one had earnings today. And that one is Rivian. Yeah, Rivian had earnings today. And it's been crushed for a long time. And it looks like, let's look at the 30-minute. So it looks like this, all right? For those of y'all who watched yesterday's video, I shared with y'all PANW, all right? And I drew the play-by-play with y'all, for y'all, again on this one. And it played out not exactly to perfection, but it played out like the concept was there. There wasn't any generosity towards any longs right here to take a smaller loss. As soon as the gate opened, it just started to follow this fade right here. So congrats if you took a day trade on it and made money on it to the short side. As to what's going to happen to it, like I said before, eventually, I'm not saying tomorrow, eventually 220 is next. I just don't know when it's going to get there. All right, so I do expect some chop. Obviously, there's going to be some opportunities intraday. The candles should be getting larger, I think. Let's see. Yeah, the candles should be getting a little bit larger. They should be because of earnings, all right? The volume is a lot bigger now. So this would be a good stock for day trading opportunities, either to the long side or to the short side, depending on what is being presented. All right, now the last stock to discuss today, that stock is ANF. All right, now with ANF, this I talked about this one yesterday because somebody asked about it. It's still overbought, it's still overvalued, but there is one thing here that I didn't particularly like. I mean, I liked it, but I didn't like it. First and foremost, we have the drop from here to here, which is good. But when you look at the structure itself, it broke down way too early, which makes this structure itself very sus. And ultimately, we had the bear trap, which sealed right there and nullified this entire thing. All right. So as to when is it going to drop, I don't know. I have my alert right at 113.77. So pretty much you can set your alerts there and patiently wait for it to ring. And hopefully it rings in a fashion that's more like it rings after the stock shows something very obvious that that gives us a hint on how low we could go with this stock. All right, so that's my honest thoughts on all of these stocks. That is the end of the video. Do not forget to annihilate the like button as always. Again, I make these videos from Sunday to Thursday at exactly 10 p.m. Central Time. This one is very late, all right, because I came home late. So that's why. Again, click on the subscribe button and click on the notification bell. That way you get notified whenever I release these videos, right? If you'd like to be public or private, this is our community. We can get all this information in real time as I see them. You can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. Don't forget to follow me on social media at Paul Nguma at Patternology Lab on Instagram and on X. And lastly, to get some stocks with Webull, you can use the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Nguma with Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video.